Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. Anybody there? We'll give it a couple minutes. Jenny, first to the show. She's faster than everybody else, guys. How you doing tonight? Don't mind me. I'm going to grab a beverage really quick. How is everybody doing tonight? Ooh, we got 10 people in. Christy is watching. Ooh, I'm in my garage. It's a little chilly outside. I can see my breath. Pittsburgh, PA in the house. How you doing, Jenny? Question tonight was, what did everybody have for dinner? That's what I'm curious about. I had some leftover pizza. That's what I had. Wilkes County, Nevada. Hey, Christy, how you doing tonight? North Carolina in the house again. Well, I need to find a way to get like a real big screen to put behind my phone that I'm recording from. Hello from Utah. How you doing tonight? Yeah, need a big screen to put behind so I can just see myself nice and blown up, and all the comments easier than having to get super close. I can't wait. Cheeseburgers with smothered onions. Ooh. Catching the light. No, April, you are just in time. We're just starting. I haven't even cracked any yet. Wendy's. Ooh, Wendy's is good. Sonic Burger. Nice. Sonic is good. All right, we were just getting warmed up here. Welcome to the show, guys. Let me see. Ooh, Texas in the house. Let me flip you guys around here really quick. Stop blinding myself. Turn this light on. All right, so I don't know if you guys saw earlier on cheese bread. Ooh, this right here. This is half of a geode that I took home from the creek yesterday. I'm going to wait. I did show a little bit of a peek of a photo. This thing, I weighed it, guys. This thing weighs 87 pounds. 87 pound, half of a geode that I lugged 3/4 of a mile out of the creek. And then these are what we got lined up in Indiana. Where am I? I collect in Indiana. I believe it was a little bit of a misconception. Everybody thought I'm in Indiana. I am actually in Lansing, Illinois. Ooh, a little bright there. Oh, no. There we go. Sorry about that, guys. I'm in Lansing, Illinois, so that is one of the furthest south suburbs of Chicago. So I'm about half an hour away from Chicago. Sorry, guys, just adjust this really quick. All right. Hope everyone's doing all right tonight. I'm going to get going on this. Get this first one cracked here for you guys. For those of you guys tuning into the show for the very first time, thanks for stopping by. My name is Tyler. I collect geodes out in Indiana, southern Indiana to be exact. I've been doing it for about a year, and I love it. I'm obsessed with it. And I've just decided to start to take people along when I'm cracking them open, instead of just sharing the pictures with you guys afterwards. So today, like I said, I've got 15 geodes lined up. I'm going to kind of go through those a little bit quicker because I've also got my desk over here completely covered up and set up with all my botryoidal chalcedony pieces that I've collected. That's my favorite that I find out here. So I'm going to show you guys that, and I did a little bit of rearranging on another shelf over there I want to show you guys too. And then obviously we've got the big guy over here looming in the corner. But without further ado, we're going to get right into it, guys. This is the geode that's, do I take groups of people with you? I'm not opposed to. If you want to send me a message, I'm not against that at all. Obviously, there are some places I go that I like to keep private just because there's nice things to be found there. But I've definitely got a lot of places that are kid-friendly, elderly folks friendly. Don't take that offensive. My mom likes going out with me. She's disabled, and I've got creeks where I literally can pull right up to it at the end of the road, walk about 5-10 feet, and get into the creek, and they're just loaded. So, yeah, absolutely. I'm not opposed to that. So if you guys want to send me a private message, I'm all about it. I'm all about sharing this hobby and the things I find with everybody. That's why we do the show. So again, here's the geode we're going to be cracking first, and I got my safety glasses. Did not forget this time. You guys are quick to let me know. All right, now I think I'm going to angle this down some, and I'm going to keep the camera angled down instead of bouncing back and forth and back and forth. I'm going to keep it angled down while we're cracking some of these here. I'll still be talking, but I'd rather you guys be able to see that than me looking up and talking to you. Pay a little more attention to it this time. How's that look there? Perfect, I think. All right. And I actually was lucky enough, and I actually went and did some collecting yesterday. Obviously, I mentioned that with my post about that big guy I found. But if you caught my other shows, I had basically talked about my last trip had already happened. But it worked out that I was able to get out there again. And I'm happy I did. I found some good stuff, some interesting stuff. Everything that we are cracking open today was taken home yesterday. So there's a couple in the bucket there that still got some mud and some water from the creek on them. All right, and without further ado, we've got the first geode. All right. Very nice. And I'm trying something out new. I'm just gonna kind of bring them up to the camera here to start. And then I'm gonna lay them out, set them out, and then we'll go over them all at the end. But some nice quartz here. Not seeing any obvious secondaries, but there might be a little bit of a highlight in there, which is water opal, for those of you not familiar with that. It's kind of a debated mineral out in Indiana. Not a lot of people believe there's really opal out there because it's not your traditional opal with a flash. It's clear, and what's interesting about that is its reaction to UV light. And under UV is a vibrant greenish blue color. So it fluoresces, and it also has phosphorescent qualities. So meaning after it's exposed to that UV light, it will retain some of that light as energy, stored energy, and then just kind of dissipate. So that afterglow, that phosphorescence, is a very similar color to your standard glow-in-the-dark, stickers you put on the ceiling and whatnot. I'm thinking about it. I do have a setup over there on my shelf for some of my stuff that glows. I'm just not too sure how the camera's gonna like it. It is easier to see some things through photos, but I'm not sure about a live video, how the camera will handle that. So I may do a practice run, trial run with that, and see before I jump into doing that. Well, sorry. So this is what we're cracking right now. Based on the shape of it, I would say this is probably some sort of geodized horn coral, which is, if you collect geodes or ever did any sort of rock collecting out in Indiana, there's lots of crinoids and horn corals out there. There's a lot of debate on how the geodes out there came to be about. Some people believe that all of the geodes that are in Indiana at one time or another had been an organism, and they're all geodized fossils. That's not a common belief. There are people that think that's false. I think that, I don't know. I definitely find geodes that are fossils at one point in their life, and I definitely find geodes that I couldn't tell if it was a horn coral or just a geode, you know. This one's gonna be a pain in the butt. Need to get a new metal file for my chain here. Actually, I think this one's got a crack going down it already. This way. I don't want it to crumble, given it's a little bit bigger, so we'll switch it up and we'll go long ways. Now, this creek that I was pulling these geodes out of yesterday, I've found a lot of botryoidal chalcedony there. Pretty much 85% of the botryoidal chalcedony in my collection was collected in this creek that I was at yesterday. Sorry guys, my chain is being a pain in the butt. Ah, there we are. Technical difficulties. Joys of live shows, huh? Just hoping that it stays. For those of you guys just joining in, thanks for stopping by and watching me struggle with this geode. Well, more so my chain. Come on. Sorry about this, guys. It likes to be a pain in the butt every now and then. Gets chewed up and dinged, and I normally have a metal file to work those things out. But of course, I couldn't find it today. So, just sorry, guys. It wants to be a pain today, apparently. For those of you guys just stopping by, thanks for tuning in to the third episode of Cracking Geodes. Cracking geodes that I collected yesterday out in Indiana. And this one's been fighting me, so hopefully it cracks now. Ah, what a pain in the butt. But that happens. Sorry, guys. Wipe my face there. And mostly solid, but looks like we've got some rather dirty either calcite or barite in here. And some quartz there, you can see. I definitely have to do some testing there. You can see the flash going along it. All right. Hey Avery, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. Janie up in Canada, how are you doing? Sorry guys, I'm just kind of reading back on these comments. I collect in southern Indiana. I collect in the creeks south of Lake Monroe. Lake Monroe itself is a place that is loaded with geodes, but you are not allowed to collect at Lake Monroe. It is frowned upon. There are some people that go and do it and get away with it. I went once, not even looking to collect. I was just poking around the shore, looking around, and I was stopped and asked if I was collecting. So that kind of deterred me before even doing anything. Had no gear or anything like that with me, and I was approached. So that's your discretion. I don't condone breaking rules or breaking laws. That land is that land is owned by the United States Army. That's the people I don't want to mess with. So, like I said, there's so many other places in Indiana that you can go and collect. Any creek you can get into south of Lake Monroe is pretty much loaded. Obviously, very important to make sure you are on public land and collecting appropriately. Obviously, you've seen a sign that says no trespassing, private property. Turn the other way. Don't be that guy. Don't be the one that makes us rock collectors and rock hounds look bad. And a lot of times, if you go and knock on someone's door, 9 times out of 10, they're okay with it. They've had somebody else knock. I mean, in light of everything going on in the world with COVID, I wouldn't suggest going and knocking on strangers' doors. That may be a little inappropriate, but sorry, guys. Let's see who said that. Karen, wish I could recognize geodes out in the wild. It does. At first, I'll admit it does take a little bit to get used to them and what they look like. But once you get the hang of it, it's gonna be like, why would I ever doubt what in the world these look like? They have some funky looking exteriors, but once you realize what those exteriors are, it just becomes second nature. I can be driving down the road and look over at a road cut, and I can be, have my wife and kids in the car. Like, man, did you see the size of that geode sticking out of there? And my wife's like, how in the world did you see? Where was there a... Like, I saw it. She's like, you know what? I'm going to trust you because you have so many darn geodes in the house. But you get to learn the exteriors, and you'll learn that while there are variations, there's not a million different types that you'll find in one specific area. There may be a few differences here and there. I see some more comments. I'll check on those in just a moment. All right, here we go. Geode number 3, guys. Oh, wise guy, eh? Oh, right. And yes, I know, I'm sorry. I did not have my safety glasses on that time, but I do now. Lansing, I think. So what do you do with them after cracking them open? Jessica, I do keep a lot. I do sell some. I won't go too much into that on this because it's not a sales video. It's just me sharing with you guys. And I want to make sure it can stay up here. And I want to abide by group rules. But I will post a link to my personal page in the comment section of this. Or if you want to look it up, my last name is Cannons. So Cannons Collectibles. I got lots of information over there. But yes, I do sell some geodes. I'm not a geode salesman. It's not something I do for a living. It's something I do because I like spreading the beauty with other people. All the money I do earn from it goes towards getting new equipment to going out and finding better stuff. So I'm not always about it. So don't be upset if you approach me and I don't have what you're looking for. Like I said, I'm not a geode dealer. I share what I find. And I'll leave it at that. We had some nice quartz in that last one that just broke. Pretty solid, but I wouldn't be surprised if this had a little bit of highlight in there. All right, thank you to everybody just tuning in. Hope you are enjoying the show so far. We are about to crack geode number 4 out of 15. So you're not too late. Excuse me. There's still some great things to come. And we still get to see this giant geode that is underneath here. 18 inches from this side to this side. 87 pounds. It was not fun. All right. Next up, we got a big guy. And like I said, guys, I told you, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Hey, Gail, how you doing? Shout out to Grand Rapids. It's beautiful up there. My sister-in-law and her husband live up there. I was just out there this summer for their wedding. Love Grand Rapids. Awesome place to go. Shout out to my brother-in-law if you're ever in Grand Rapids. Gevio on Wealthy Street. Gevio, Z-I-V-I-O. It is a great place to go. It's Bosnian food. My brother-in-law cooks it, runs it all with his family. All right, like I said, look at this dirty guy. All this schmutz still on it. Just came from the creek. Let's see what's inside. Ooh, almost to the last link on this big guy. Almost. I think we're gonna go around the fatter side. I'm gonna have to, yeah, last link in it, I think. Ugh. So for those of you guys curious, I believe I saw a comment asking about cracking geodes. I can't recall exactly what that said. My setup here, this is called a soil pipe cutter, the chain cutter variety, to be specific, because yes, that does make a difference, because there are a few different options. But that being said, I believe that question was something along the lines of cracking a geode if you don't know it's a geode. There are a few different methods of cracking these. Obviously, this is a great method here. You can utilize, angle grinders, which are a common tool. Most people have one lying around. You can get some masonry blades, basically any blade that says a diamond blade. We'll do with cutting geodes. Be prepared for those blades not to last very long unless you're buying some high quality. Just because they're so dang hard, they're so dense, it just tears through them. I know I'm buying a blade for my saw. I use a 7-inch wet tile saw for some of my geodes that I cut and polish. And I buy 2 blades probably every other month for that thing. And then there's always, you can just whack it with a hammer and a chisel. Cold steel chisels are the best thing to do. I would recommend, like you can see this chain going around. You'd find a point here, smack it with a hammer, and you're gonna move here, smack it with a hammer, move here, smack it with a hammer. Start off with low pressure, and over time, gradually get it harder and harder. Basically, you're trying to make it like a fault line in there, something that's been weakened already, to help that get a nicer crack. It cannot guarantee that it's going to give you a nice crack every time. I've had some geodes I've split with a chisel and smacked once and it was a perfect split. And I've had some where I've worked at it so delicately and it's just completely crumbled. And it really just depends on how you're doing it, how delicate you handle it. Wet saw is where it's at. Oh yes. Wet saw is where it's at. I enjoy the wet saw, but where I collect, there's so many different secondaries like millerite and goethite and selenite that you can find that I've learned I'll just crack it, and if it's something worth polishing, I'll take the time to grind down the face of it and polish it that way, just to try and conserve some of those secondaries in there, especially, you know, goethite and selenite that run the needle-like growths or blades, things of that nature. I try and conserve that. Unless I know for sure it's a solid chunk or something, then I try and go this route. But enough yapping. Let's get cracking. All right. My chain is shifting on it a little bit. One thing you want to try and do is keep that chain wrapped around and keep it straight. But with geodes, it could be a little difficult because it's round. But basically, you keep that chain straight on there, lined up if you're looking at it. Just puts that pressure on there a little bit more even. Woo! Wow. All right, yeah, just a sec. Just gonna stare at it from afar before I go over and look at it, just because, woo! That's crazy. I was kind of half expecting it to be solid, but it's not. All right, now I know I said I was gonna move the camera a whole bunch, but this one I've gotta flip around because it's nice. Look at this, guys. Some nice quartz in here. I think down here I'm gonna have to do some testing. That looks like some calcite or some barite growth in there. And that's just this side. This side is pretty. Very smoky looking quartz in here. And some nice iron staining out here. Try and get this, ooh, zoomed out a bit. Yeah, wow, indeed. This one surprised me, absolutely. And it's a pretty nice sized geode too. All right, guys. We will definitely look at that a bit more. I want to keep going. Oh, I'm trying not to trip myself. All right. Keep it going with these. All right. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard me talk about them. I'm going to try and be quiet here. Tell me if you can hear this. Do you use iron out with them? Yes, I do. Janie, wouldn't the orange-brown color be citrine? In some instances, yes. But the big difference between true citrine and just iron discolored quartz is citrine is awesome. So yeah, you guys heard that. It's a rattler. So it should have something nice in there. But back to what I was saying. Citrine is the result of heat during its formation and during its life. If that were the case in geodes, I've noticed for it typically like an Indiana geode, the very few I've seen with real citrine also have a red rind because geodes will turn red due to that heat exposure. Don't ask me about that. Don't quote me on that. That's just what I've gathered. So a lot of times it's just discoloration. I know this because, Janie, I can take this piece here, you know, like I just cracked. And you missed 27 minutes. But we've only cracked 4 geodes out of 15, Travis. No worries, man. I talk a lot, apparently. Sorry, Janie, but with this one, if I were to soak it in iron out, these crystals would look the exact same as this. Citrine, you know, soaking an iron out chemicals, that's not going to affect that color. That color is going to be the crystal itself, not just the surface of the crystal. I hope that makes sense to you. But onto the little rattler. Actually, another important thing when you're cracking geodes, guys, keep your area clear so you're not tripping over stuff. So those of you just tuning in, no, this is not me cleaning my garage. You are in the right spot. We are cracking geodes. Just trying to keep the mess contained. All right, to those just tuning in, welcome to the show, guys. So glad you can make it. Oh, all that love there. I don't know who you are. I'm blind. I need to get glasses and I can read all this from far away. But thanks for the love. Ooh, some more. I appreciate it. I'm glad you're here. And I still want to know, guys, only a couple people answered. What did everybody have for dinner? That's what I'm curious about. Everybody's thinking about food. Come on, it's the food holiday of the year tomorrow. What was everybody's dinner tonight? Did you go heavy tonight? You go light tonight so you can go crazy tomorrow? Or oh, all that love. I appreciate it, guys. I don't know who you are, but I will watch the Berea broadcast, and I will know. Just know you are appreciated. All right, guys. We got a rattler here. So those of you that don't know, no, I'm not about to kill a rattlesnake. This is a geode that when you shake it, it rattles like a baby's rattle. So, 9 times out of 10. All right, hold on. Oh, going crazy. You guys are great. Breakfast for dinner. I like it. All that love. You guys are awesome. Look at that. Yeah, and can I just say, you guys really are awesome. Like the fact that my second episode came out not even a week ago, and it's already got about 6,000 views. It's just so humbling, so amazing. So I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys liking and sharing with your friends and family, and it really does mean a lot. It gives me a lot of motivation to keep doing this, and I have decided that officially this show will be happening once a week through the remainder of winter into springtime. And with my trip out yesterday collecting, I did try to start to compile some footage, and I'm gonna, hopefully I've got enough I was able to capture yesterday to get a video put together and show you guys where I collect this and get a little more intimate with it. And that's something I plan on starting up too. All right, another question for you guys. Aside from what everybody ate, I can't see the name, but I can tell that says yay over there. So yes, I'm excited too. All right. Obviously, you guys are watching my show. Obviously, you know what social media is. I'm curious, does anybody watch Agate Dad over on YouTube? Agate Dad. He collects agates up in Minnesota. I'm curious if any of you guys like his show. Let me know in the comments if you do here. After this one, I'm gonna peek through those, because I got something cool to tell you about that guy. Wow. I haven't worked so hard to crack a geode in so long. As suspected, it's quartz. And some nice milky quartz at that. That is a special geode cracking mechanism. No, Michelle, this is just actually, it is called a soil pipe cutter. It's used in professions that break pipes. So basically it's puts even force around, and inside each wheel it's got a blade, and it just cracks that way. Geodes are round and typically hollow, so it just works to crack them open. Yeah, Agate Dad, he's a great guy. He's over on YouTube. He's been doing agate collected for about a year. His name's Taylor. My name's Tyler. But no, Agate Dude, that's somebody different, Gail. Agate Dude, he's a cool guy. But yeah, Agate Dad, if you guys haven't checked him out, he's actually a member in this group here. He posts some stuff and shares some stuff. He's got a great channel. He posts up every Thursday a trip of him going out and looking for Lake Superior agates. He looks for a whole bunch of, ooh, Michael in the house. How you doing, sir? Welcome to the show. It's a great guy right there, guys. And, but yeah, Agate Dad, super awesome guy, great content. Specifically goes and hunts for agates and things like that. And I've been a fan of his for a while, so you'll notice he's got an episode about cracking geodes, and all of those geodes and everything in that show except for one, I sent to him, and I've been talking to him and things like that. Not much, man. How you doing? Just filling folks in on our friend Agate Dad. Am I limited to the side? Yes. Hey, wow. Speaking of Agate Dad, he's commenting and replying to my comment on his most recent YouTube channel right now. That's so funny. I don't know if you're watching right now, but if you are, I love what you do. I am limited to the size of geodes I can crack with this. Yes, the size of my chain is 28 inches from end to end. So actually, this geode right here that I just cracked, This one right here was in the last link of my tool. So I can't go, pretty much can't go any bigger than this right here. So I would say maybe soccer ball to volleyball size. Yeah, there you go. Jonathan, appreciate that. Throwing up the link for Agadad. I appreciate that. Show him some love. And he just welcomed a son into the world not too long ago. And he's an awesome guy. He's still putting out videos. And he's still, love you too. Shout out to my mom right there, guys. She's new to the group. Has been loving my rocks for forever. And I finally got her, so she's hooked. Now I get messages. Wow, I've been looking at people's posts all day. This is great. But yeah, that's about the size of the ones that I can crack here. Am I getting... Yeah, I think I did get distracted. Here's that last one we cracked, guys. Just some milky quartz in there. And like I said, if you guys can't see this too well right now, I'm gonna pan over these all at the end and show everybody. And I am from Chicago. Born and raised in Chicago. I live just south of Chicago now. I collect all my geodes out in southern Indiana. Just south of Lake Monroe. How I do that big one. That guy over there, is that what you're talking about? That one is already cracked in half, thankfully. So, yeah, that geode under the blanket or towel, that weighs 87 pounds. That's half of a geode. I'll show you guys. I couldn't imagine. I wouldn't even have bothered if it was the whole thing. I mean, I would have loved to, and I might have, like, tried to roll it like a big old snowball down the creek, but I had to go up and over a lot of different tree stumps and things like that. Like I said, I have some footage from that collecting yesterday. I do have some footage of me trying to fight with that guy. I know nothing about making videos, so if any of you guys can recommend some easy, cheap software for a total beginner with video editing and whatnot, for me to compile some smaller clips into a bigger video, I would appreciate that. I've got an idea of one I can use, but if somebody knows something better, I'd appreciate it. But we are 5 in, we got 10 to go. Let's keep going with it. Gonna do another big one here. All right. This one here. My guess, I'm gonna crack this guy, and I think he's gonna have quartz or botryoidal-chalcedony, or in all honesty, it's gonna be quartz and botryoidal-chalcedony. Filmora. Ooh, thank you guys. I'm definitely gonna go back through these comments and get into all that, because I love doing this with you guys. I would absolutely love to do some videos collecting. There's not many channels that do collecting out in Indiana. There are a couple, and they're just not done. Not that they're bad, they're just not done in the way that I think our generations and our society likes to see things now, you know. Especially with how much the world has changed in light of COVID and things like that. You know, I'm here to step the game up. I'm here to change things up, to stir the pot. All right. Oh, let me back up here. Welcome to the stream, guys, for everybody just joining in. My name is Tyler. I am from Chicago. I collect geodes 4 hours away from my house in southern Indiana, and that's what I'm cracking out for you. This is geode number 6 of 15, guys. Safety glasses are on for all of you concerned. Here we go. Oh. Womp womp. Got a little bit of a cavity there. Looks like we may have some highlight there on the surface of some of this quartz, but live in Mississippi. Well, if you're close to the Mississippi River, maybe you might find a geode or two washed down from Keokuk area. But hey, Mississippi, you guys have got some really pretty agate down there. Crowley Ridge agate, I love it. How do I identify a geode? That's a great question. Hey Laura, how you doing? How are you? I'm all right. So, great question that was asked. I'm forgetting the name, but they asked how to identify a geode. A lot of times you will find a very specific looking exterior. Uh-oh. Oh. My wife's watching now, guys. Hi, honey. Welcome to the stream. So to identify the exterior, you're gonna notice very distinct attributes to the exterior of your geode, depending on where you hunt for them. So I would suggest first things first. First things first is to see if you're looking in the right area. You know, you don't want to go look for geodes in a spot there's no geodes. You know, it's 2020, thankfully, and we can find so much information online. So utilize what's at our disposal and just do a quick search. You know, hi wife. Do a quick search, and you know what? Here, she said she wants to join my. I don't think she meant to join my video. Join if you join. I think that's going to start streaming you from where you are. But you're going to want to just do some basic research, and then there's a very distinct look to them. You know, that kind of bumpiness, those dimples. Here, let me move you really quick, and I will. I'll show you. I got a bin of them sitting here. These are all geodes and a couple little fossils, but very distinct exteriors. Indiana, you run into a lot of. That one's pretty light. Kurt, thanks for stopping by, man. You can always catch the rebroadcast. I will make sure I share that up. I always rebroadcast everything as well on my personal channel, Cannon's Collectibles, so go on and check it out over there too. But thanks for stopping by and spending some time with us. Sorry guys, battery's starting to run low, but that's okay. We'll be all right. So yeah, it really just depends on your area. Indiana, Kentucky, Tennessee, this whole region over there, very similar looking exteriors to their geodes. Then you get over to the other side of Illinois, in the Keokuk area, Missouri, Illinois, Iowa. Those geodes also have very different yet distinctive exterior look as well. And then you look at like the Mexican Trancas geodes, and those are very similar and distinct to their location. And same thing with Moroccan geodes. I can look at a group of geodes, and maybe it's because I'm obsessed with them, you know. Maybe I know a little bit more than I should, but I can tell the difference from just looking at the outside of them. Body Armor, if you're out there, I love it. Sponsor me. Just kidding. All right. Moving on. Here's another little rattler here, guys. But I'm gonna speed it up a little bit here. Talking too much. I know my wife is rolling her eyes saying, yeah, he is. He always talks too much. My wife, bless her heart, she puts up with a lot of crap from me. But not in a bad way. I have a lot of rocks. That's what I mean, guys. I have a lot of rocks, and she's amazing, and she supports me so much. And if it weren't for her line of work and her responsibilities there, she would be taking part in these videos with me here. Don't want to elaborate too much on that, but one day maybe she'll make an appearance here. Also, to those interested, My daughter will also like to join in a show here or there. And actually, as a surprise to everybody, this week, ooh, that's a pretty little guy. This week is not going to be just one show. There's going to be 2 shows. Tomorrow, whenever my daughter is done with her schoolwork, which realistically will probably be about 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, somewhere between there, Central Standard Time, we're going to be doing another show for you guys. She wants to do a show, and she wants to bring everything up and show it to the camera. So, got some nice little quartz here, guys. Beautiful little geode. That's awesome. Made them into a fish pond. CC Bailey is in the house. Thanks for stopping by, guys. Ooh, Jonathan, you are the man. Thank you. Shouting out Jonathan right there. Putting up a page link. Any in Canada. Does weight indicate a better geode? Oh boy, I need a... Hold on, guys. Pause. Let me... Roll it. Turn it down. Turn it down. Hold on. All right, guys. The family's coming out to say hi. Just let me answer this question really quick. All right. Does the weight indicate a better geode? Yes. You do not want to pick up all the heavy geodes. Heavy geodes does not mean, oh, it's heavy because there's more stuff. You don't want more stuff. You want light. You want as light as can be. You want a rock that's this big that should be as heavy as, you know, a spare tire, but it's as heavy as a golf ball. Any in Canada. I believe there are some up in Canada. I can't tell you specifically where. Yeah, I love the little ones. Hi from Virginia. How you doing, Tammy? All right, guys. So as I mentioned, they must have been inside watching, listening. My daughter here, Paisley, enjoys cracking geodes with me, and she should be in bed, but she's here to say hi. This is Paisley. She loves doing this with me too. So tomorrow, what's going on tomorrow?
Like, we're going to do the show together.
Yeah, we're going to do the show together. And what are you going to do? You're going to be my helper, right?
And I'm going to show them a really cool crystal.
She's going to show you guys all the cool crystals.
By the way, earlier said after school's done, tomorrow's Thanksgiving, there's no school.
Oh, yeah. Hey, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. There's no school. Oh. All right. So, forget about that. She doesn't have schoolwork. But, hi from Rhode Island. See, Tammy says hey. Northeast, Southwest. West Michigan, unfortunately, there are not. But you know what, West Michigan, you're not too far from where I go and collect. So send me a message if you're fine with driving 5 or 6 hours. I'll meet up with you somewhere and take you to some good places to go. But yeah, Paisley, can you say goodnight?
Good night.
All right, you guys will see her tomorrow. Mama's going to take her inside.
Would you let them see?
Yeah, Mama doesn't want to be on camera. Her hair's not done. Just kidding. I love you, honey. Sweet dreams. I'll see you in the morning. All right, guys. Sorry for that little surprise. Happy Thanksgiving from Texas. Yeah, happy Thanksgiving to everybody, guys. What a crazy, crazy year. And I, for one, am not going to be one that let COVID steal my year. I have so much to be thankful for this year. I've got a lot of great collecting done. Had a lot of great time with my family. Welcomed my son into the world. And it's been a great year. So, screw you, 2020. I'm not that mad at you. I mean, it could have been better, but not breaking my spirit. And I'm definitely thankful for this show here that I get to do with you guys, and thankful for the community that it brings about, because you guys are awesome. I really want to say you guys rock, because it's something I always say is, you know, this rocks, you rock. But I want to be cliche because, you know, I'm the rock guy. Yeah. All right, moving forward to the next geo, and then I'm going to hop over there and look at those comments, guys. All right. back at it again. Yes, sir. You know. You already know. Nice little quartz here. And for those of you tuning in, you just missed a little guest appearance by my daughter, Paisley. My little sweetheart. She's 6. 6 going on 20, man. I swear. But she let everybody know that we're going to be doing our own special extra broadcast tomorrow afternoon. We'll probably be doing it about 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, an extra show this week of cracking some geodes with my little girl. So that one there I just showed you guys. Let me show it again. It's just a little quartz one. Nothing too much going on. This side was a little more solid, but considered the rock doctor. Ooh, I like that. Let him know if he ever retires that that title. I'd be willing to take on that mantle. The rock doctor, I like it. So moving on, guys. Throw another geode in here. Let's see if we can keep it going with this side. For those of you just joining the show, thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. My name's Tyler. I crack geodes, collect geodes. I'm obsessed with geodes. They're all over the place in my house, in my garage. And I've decided to start making shows of me cracking them open and taking everybody along and seeing what's inside. Safety glasses on, guys, and we'll get this little guy cracked open. Cracked open, crumbled open, you know, whatever it needs to do. Oh, I am so sorry to hear that. I will gladly take up that mantle. Rock doctor, I'm about it. Absolutely. So we've got here a nice little milky quartz geode with some iron staining. Milky quartz, the more common quartz. The not as loved and more hated on quartz, but you know what? I still love it. It may not be crystal clear, but if all quartz was made to be crystal clear, all quartz would be crystal clear. You know? But again, I am so sorry to hear that your dad has passed on, but I hope he was able to, and I'm sure, I mean, you're here on my post, I'm sure he instilled that love of rocks with you, and that is absolutely what I am all about. I want my kids to have something to be excited about, you know, that's not a video game or, you know, a fad and, oh, everybody has one of these and this and this. You know, get out in nature and enjoy what God has put out there for us. And wow, that did not take much. I didn't even put any pressure on it. So, yeah, I don't know. That was an interesting one. Low cavity in there. A lot of iron. Ooh, I will definitely have to check that out. Geologists work worldwide. Worldwide work. Very cool. Absolutely. All right, guys. Moving on. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10. All right. 10 geodes in, guys. 5 to go. And again, if you are just tuning in, we've got this big guy under here that I'm going to show you right at the end. And I've also got my collection of botryoidal-chalcedony specimens and geodes that I've found and collected this past year, laid out, and I'd like to show you guys that. Those are my favorites to find, and I want to show them off a little bit. Because I don't have that many people come over to my house to see it all, and why not? I'll show you guys. Sure, you guys won't mind, right? You guys want to watch and see some extra geodes at the end? If you don't, then maybe this isn't your stream. Just kidding. All right. Ooh. Now, don't be alarmed. It is wet. Do I soak my geodes in iron out? Yes, depending on what geode it is, depending on the mineral and, excuse me, things like that, I will soak them in iron out. I've actually got a little bit of a different method, and I'll elaborate on here with you in a second. A method that works a bit better. So, like I said, this creek is full of botryoidal chalcedony, which is what you're seeing here. Like I said, guys, I'm going to zoom in on these and do a little bit better showing them off to you at the end. Kind of keep this flowing a little bit better. But some botryoidal chalcedony here. We've also got some quartz points in here. And also we've got some quartz coated, lightly coated in chalcedony, which is pretty cool, pretty neat. I notice a lot of out in Indiana. But yes, so back to the question. I do use iron out, but like I said, I do it a little bit different. Iron out, depending on which version you use, there's the powdered version of iron out, which to my knowledge does not contain oxalic acid, and then there's the liquid version, which does have a small amount of oxalic acid. But essentially, either way, when you start with iron out, you're supposed to start out with hot water. Fairly common knowledge. If you didn't know it, don't worry about it. It's something that's different. So you're supposed to use warm water. If you use the iron out's pre-mixed solution, the liquid that has oxalic acid is more active. And don't quote me on this. This is just my gathering from my research. Oxalic acid works best when it is warm and it is stimulated. Welcome to the show, Angel. Thanks for stopping by. But oxalic acid, like I said, works best when it's hot, when it's warm. What is iron out? Iron out is a toilet bowl cleaner, essentially, that we utilize to clean out rust and iron discoloration in minerals and crystals and such. If you're in the U.S. if you're in the North America, it is referred to as iron out. If you are in the U.K. or anywhere overseas, not in the U.S. or North America, it is referred to as rust out. For those watching from across the world. Oh man, I just realized that fell out of there. That's okay. But yes. So, what is iron out? All right, answer that one. So, like I said, I keep mine warm. I use, for 1 gallon of hot water, I use 1/4 cup of iron out, and then I also add in 3 or 4 tablespoons of baking soda. Not only is that going to help you a little bit with that smell, and if you've used oxalic acid or iron out before, you know it stinks. So it's going to cut down on that stench, and it's also going to increase the pH level or the acidity of your solution. So it won't be as stinky, and it's going to work a little bit better for you. So I normally use mine in a big pot. I'll put it on the burner of my grill on a low heat, and then I'll set my specimens in there. And where you would traditionally set it into your solution and let it sit for 24 to 48 hours, I can have my stuff clean in like 2 to 3 hours. So it does work a little bit better, but to each their own. If you guys are interested in, maybe one day I will do a video of showing you guys how I get everything set up the right way and things like that. But we are down to the last 4 geodes here. We've got a couple left here and a few more things to do. So, we will keep moving on. This one here may end up being solid. I think I hear a little bit of a rattle. But, we'll see. We'll enjoy it either way. Safety glasses on, guys. And another one that just... I didn't. Okay. So this one has been infiltrated by iron, and it's got red clay all up in it. But there is a pretty big cavity in there. But There's just so much junk in it. Oxalic acid, how do I dispose of it safely? In all honesty, do you know what I do with mine? Behind my house, behind my garage, where my trash bins sit and wait, there's a little strip of sidewalk and then like some lawn around it. I go and I dump it on the sidewalk underneath where my trash cans sit. So any like juices or nastiness that kind of soaks in, and there's always nasty stains there. So that's where I put it. Otherwise, I just dump it in the grass on some weeds and stuff like that. Or I've just got a area on the side of my house that I dispose of. And one other thing, when I do put it on the back by the sidewalk underneath my garbage bins, I do rinse it off after that with water. So, yeah, there is that. And then, oh! Womp womp. And that's what happens when you break a geode, or drop a geode half. It breaks. Alice is asking, what is the... Yeah. Or you can pour it on gravel too. Yep. Like Mike is saying. Gravel works. I've got a big old pile of rocks on the side of my house. I'll dump it over there. Or, like I said, I'll use it and try and clean up that sticky area by the trash. All right, moving on. Try and finish cracking these before my phone tells me and yells at me again that it's got low battery. Really don't want to have to try and plug it in while doing all this, but I will if I have to. For those of you guys just tuning in, thanks for stopping by. Welcome to the show. We've got this one and 2 more geodes left to crack this evening. Yep, and like Shauna said, baking soda also neutralizes acid. Very, very true. Which is common with, if you use iron out or oxalic acid to clean your geodes, or fossils, whatever, it's always a good rule of thumb when using acid to neutralize in a baking soda bath for twice the amount of time it's spent in whatever your solution was. So say I use, like I said, it takes me about 2 or 3 hours to clean using my solution. I then set it in a bath of baking soda and water for 6 hours, or however long, twice as long is. All right, guys. Let me get this moved on over here a little bit, and we'll get cracking. All right. Solid, but still interesting, still pretty. Is the big geode behind me the biggest I ever found? You talking about these over here? They were the biggest I had ever found until I found this one right here that I can fit my whole arm around. This one here is just half of a geode. I'm going to be revealing this right after I finish cracking these last 2 geodes. This thing right here is 18 inches from end to end, and I weighed it, and it weighs 87 pounds. So that is the biggest geode half that I have found. The biggest whole geode I had found, I think when I weighed it, was about 36 pounds, followed by another one that was 25.6 pounds. Yes, can one like I crack be polished? Yes. Where did I put that? Now, mind you, with this, it might be a little bit more difficult. It just depends on how clean of a break you get. But given how your polishing setup is, high-tech diamond is a company that they sell lapidary polishing equipment. Or you can do what I do, since I can't afford one of those fancy machines. I use an orbital sander, and I utilize a series of diamond polishing pads. So a lot of people get confused when I say diamond. Diamond meaning that it's just diamond encrusted, because diamond is what's used to polish the stone since it's so hard, so rough. If you guys are interested, I can definitely post up some links and share links of everything I have purchased for my polishing setup. And then when I get over there to show you guys some of this Botryoidal chalcedony, I will show you one that I polished. And that one, Kelly, was, I didn't cut it. It was just pre-cracked already. I found it in the creek and I just kind of followed along. I did what's called free-form polish. So with this would be a little difficult to polish just because of this little lip here. I probably wouldn't waste my time on this. If I know something's solid, I'll take the time to go ahead and try and cut it. But it can be done. It's just a matter of if you have the right equipment to utilize. If I had an angle grinder, which I'm hoping Santa brings for me this year. If I had an angle grinder for this might be a little bit different. That's a little bit more aggressive than my orbital sander, you know. It's just all about the tools that you got. But if you've got the motivation and the ingenuity to do it, you can get it done. I've learned that. Like a very near and dear friend of mine, I don't know if he's still watching, he just buckled down and spent the last few weeks really looking for some agates after not finding them too much, and his hard work has paid off because he sends me some pictures of some mind-blowing stuff, man. Absolutely mind-blowing. I wish I lived in Kentucky. But it's all about how persistent you are, how much you want it. And I don't want to sound cliche and like a motivational speaker, but it's really what it boils down to, you know. A lot of people will ask me about selling geodes and how do I come up with a price for something. And honestly, most of the time, unless I need the money for something, you know, like I've said before, need being I want a new piece of equipment. I usually will see if somebody's interested in something, they express interest, and they ask what the price is, and I always hit them with, well, what do you think it's worth? What would you be comfortable paying? And go from there, because like I said, I'm not in this to make money and become a millionaire. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. So, that being said, it's just a matter of how much time and passion you want to put into something. So if it's something you want to polish, polish it. Why not? Alright guys, last one here, last geode of the night to be cracked. Well, then that means we get to see what's underneath the towel over there. I'm not doing this again. This better not be one that's gonna fight me for 5 minutes like the last one did. Wow. All right. We'll still get it cracked, but we'll do it this side. Oh, can't see. For those just tuning in, thanks for stopping by, guys. Unfortunately, this is the last geode I'm cracking tonight. But the show is not over. I have still got this big geode right here to show you guys. And I've got my desk over there loaded up with all my botryoidal, well, not all, most of my botryoidal chalcedony I've collected, just to share with you guys. Ugh. Yeah, I know. You know what? I feel like there's gonna be one group of people watching, hoping like, hey man, I really hope this fat guy gets another hard geode so we can watch him struggle for another 5 minutes. Oh, I cringe rewatching that broadcast. Because of course I had to go through and show my wife. I had to show her on my phone so she could see all the comments coming live. Man, that was great. So if you guys are still watching after that, that's some true dedication. I appreciate that. Oh, glasses on. Yeah, that's right. Not this time, sucker. I don't even know. This thing. Oh yeah, I got it. I got it. I ain't gonna get manhandled like that last geode. This one's pretty cool. This one is odd though. Not to be all up in my face like that. You guys are great. But look at this. This is just a ball of mud that was just hanging out right in there in that little pocket, and did that when it popped out. So, oh, I'm dumb. If I would have looked, that's where all the mud came from. I was like, wow, guys, this mud's like 350 million years old. But then I'm like, well, would it still be mud then? Nope, not ancient mud. I didn't see the hole in it, guys. I'm sorry. Big oof. Wow. All right, guys, let me get my shiny bald head out of the way and pan over here and show you guys what's going on. Where's the other half? There's the other half. Wait, did we? I think we missed one. I don't know how. But there's no geodes out over here except for my bin. And there's one sitting here. So, we got one more, guys. Oh, I'm so deliriously tired. At least that's what it feels like. I feel like I'm slap happy. But I slept so good last night. Alright guys, sorry about that little teaser there. Yeah, laugh. It's funny, guys. There we go. Last one. Little botryoidal guy. Yeah, I don't know how I missed it, but it was hanging out over here. So, no, that was not planned. I promise. That did definitely seem like it was planned, but I definitely did not. I promise you. I'm anxious to show you guys this thing too. All right, hold on. Let me turn my flash off this way. So here we are, guys. These are our, get out of here, close that, low battery warning. But yeah, here we are, guys. Lots of quartz this time. Here's the big guy. I noticed this piece broke off. Yeah, stop yelling at me. I didn't rotate my phone. All right. Wendy Woe in the house. Welcome to the show. Yeah, get that drum roll started, guys. Get that drum roll started. And you know what's great? Since you guys like watching me struggle so much. Oh, let me turn my light. There we are. Get this piece over. All right. So should I make you guys wait some more? I'm just kidding. All right. So. I'm coming shopping. Check out my page and I will get you taken care of. So here it is, guys. This is a giant half of a geode. Okay, so the main cavity I haven't shown you yet. There's a little bit of quartz in here. You can see the seam here. It's got some quartz in it. But just so you guys have an idea, this is half of it. So imagine one of these. This turned upside down, and this is sitting on top. So, did I mute? I may have moved too far away. Can you guys hear me? Oh no. Anybody else besides Phil not able to hear me? Okay. Phil, my man, I think you maybe you pushed a button there, buddy. I'm sorry. All right. And here we are. There's the cavity inside. It's not super duper big, but let me do this. I'm gonna scooch over here. I'm so sorry for that noise, guys. But I don't want to risk, sweet, awesome. Okay, I didn't want to risk losing audio back that way. And here we are, guys. Here we are, the big reveal. I'm sorry it's not a bigger cavity, but here it is. Oh, get out of here. Sorry about that. Yeah, like I said, nothing super spectacular, you know, like, oh my goodness, it's worth $1 million. But you know what? For it being this size and the fact that it even has a cavity, if you've collected geodes in Indiana, if it's this big, odds are there isn't even this big of a seam in it. You know, thank you guys. I agree. I think it's lovely. I'm going to find a spot for it, and then it's going to stay in that spot for a long time. All right, I'm going to interrupt really quick. Okay, I just wanted to check on my oh yeah, I hauled that thing. See the bikes up there? I hauled that thing at least a half a mile out of the creek, over tree stumps. It was crazy. So I'm going to show you guys over here really quick. Ooh, little bonus. I told you guys I was going to show the Batrioto Chalcedony, but I also just reorganized this shelf here. And you'll notice some of my little pretties from previous videos. But these are the sparklers. And you know what? If you guys, I'll ask quick before, I'll ask, and then I'm going to go over and show you guys the Botryoidal chalcedony. So, like I said, some of these do have reactions under UV light. Would you guys be opposed to me kind of testing? I haven't checked it on a live stream. I can see it in a regular video, but I'm not sure how well it'll come across in a live stream. So take a minute to think about it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to try and see this glow-in-the-dark aspect of this collection here. And then this one here I cracked earlier with my daughter. Nice little gastropod. You can still see remnants of the chambers, the smaller, getting bigger and big. Okay, sweet. All right, I'm going to wait, let a couple more people answer that question. And until then, we're going to come over here. Oh, yeah, I figured you'd be cool with it. All right, I'm going to show you guys real quick here the Botryoidal chalcedony. Let me see if I can turn my flash around on my... All right, make you guys wait a little bit in anticipation. So these are some of my Botryoidal chalcedony collections. Awesome, guys. Thanks for replying and letting me know. I'll definitely, this is the way. I will get over there and do that for you guys. I just wanted to show you guys some of this. Just so everybody is aware, aside from maybe like one or two of these all came from the same creek. All these came from the same creek. Phil Ferguson, you talking about that big guy? I'm actually thinking that I'm going to try my hand and I'm going to try and free polish or freeform polish that big guy, those faces around the big guy. I'm going to try and give that a whirl. All right. So, here we are, guys. I'm going to turn off that light. Turn off that light. Turn off that light. And I'm going to get this here turned around. Yeah, there's a lot, Phil. I've got a lot here that I plan to cut and polish. I've just learned since I started my setup with that kind of stuff that there's such better ways to do it. All right, guys, so here it is in the dark. So not everything here is going to react, but there are some things that will. So I'm going to do my best to... I'm not going to be able to pinch to zoom in, but I'll try and get as close as I can without losing focus for you guys to see. Pay attention to these fossil plates. So that's what these are. Those are my favorite thing I've got, that glow. Here we are, guys. And it's dark. Here we are. So those are the fossil plates there. That orange. Now, that little one in the middle there, you can see that kind of retains its glow at the end. That there is hyalite. Like I said, not everything glows. We got some calcite here. Calcite, actually, this has got two different variations of calcite in it. That orange in the rind is calcite, and as well as that pink is also calcite. Yes, they glow just like euphorites. They look like euphorites, absolutely. Ooh, this one's got some really, really nice. Watch the phosphorescence on this one after it retains that glow for a little bit. I know it's a little hard to see on the video, guys, and I hope this isn't bothering anybody too much. But yeah, those fossil plates are absolutely crazy. Now I am using a shortwave UV light to show you guys these. Or sorry, shortwave, sorry. Shortwave UV. Long wave works a little bit better for things like this. And hold on, let me Laura's talking about euprolites. Yes, absolutely. Let me get this moved here. I'll show you guys. These are my euprolites. But yeah, essentially similar properties to this. Euprolites have sodalite that's got this sort of reaction, this orange. I do not believe that the orange you see on these is not the same orange as the orange we see from sodalite. That's something different. These fossils, I believe, yeah, shortwave is 365 nm, nano, whatever it is. Yes, shortwave, that is what I use. I use the Alone Fire brand that I got on Amazon. It was about 25 bucks. I purchased that before going and doing my hunting for euprolites when I took my family camping up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan this past summer. But yeah, I will, if you guys had some interest in that, and now that I saw it wasn't too crazy, I'm gonna get some things set up, and I will try and get a show set up just to show you guys some of my glowing stuff. I've got ideas for shows on the fossils that I have, because that's another thing I have quite a bit of is fossils. I love them. Fossils are what got me started being a rock hound. I went out, I was probably 11 or 12, and I was at a friend's house, and we went out to the river in, oh man, I can't even remember the name of the town. We went to the river, Fox River, and it was a popular place where people used to go and whitewater raft, and it was just so dangerous. There was a little strip of island there, so they decided to put on a bridge to go out there, and I went, and there was just so many fossils lying around. So many. I love fossils too, Andrea. It's one of my, if you guys go over and check out my page, which somebody already did here in the comments a little while ago. Sorry guys, let me check, make sure. I don't want my battery to die while I'm in the middle of doing this. But yeah, somebody already put out the link to my page. But yeah, if you guys want to go there, check it out. I do share some photos of my fossils. Why do fossils look orange? That is a great question. That is something I am still trying to learn. I'm not too sure. I haven't found a straight answer. There are a couple different things that can happen to the mineral, just different conditions that they can be put under that will make them react like that. I believe it has something to do with calcium. Thank you, Terry. I appreciate that. All kinds of fossils. No, not all fossils glow, but I've learned all the fossilized coral or agatized coral. Thanks so much, Linda. You have a great night. Happy Thanksgiving to you as well. We are going to be getting out of here soon. I'm down to 4% battery, but we'll keep chatting for a little bit. But yeah, it depends. Agatized coral, like I said, that's the kind of coral I find in Lake Michigan. That glows. That's the way I found it. And for those that did not know, Lake Superior is not the only one of the Great Lakes that is a place you can go and find sodalite. Sodalite bearing cyanite is what I'm trying to say. Yeah, Petoskey stones also glow. Not all of them, but some of them do. But like I was saying, Lake Michigan, you can go and find euprolites. They are technically not euprolites because they come from a specific region up on the Upper Peninsula. But you can go to Lake Michigan and you can find euprolites. I live 30 minutes from Chicago. I'm just south of it. And I drove onto the Michigan side of Lake Michigan about an hour and 15 minutes. And I left with these two that I have in with my other euprolites. And I couldn't tell the difference between those and the ones that I collected up in Lake Michigan. Yeah, like I was saying, not every fossil plate is going to be UV reactive. The only fossils that I have that are UV reactive are ones that I collected over in St. Leon, the St. Leon Road Cut in Indiana. So Tyler Ferris in the house. What's up, man? Yeah, so that's, yeah, I'm sorry. Not every fossil is going to glow like that. It's going to depend on the conditions that it went through. Yeah, so I'm going to do some digging, and I will let you guys know what I find as far as why the fossils I collected St. Leon glow orange opposed to other ones. And it's not every fossil either. What's going on, man? Not too much. You're catching the tail end of the show, unfortunately. But oh, I gotta show you guys. I'm sorry, this is another geode, buddy. Dude, check this thing out, because you missed it. Look at this guy. Dude, 87 pounds, 18 inches from end to end. Thank you so much, Catherine. I'm glad you stopped by. I hope everybody had a good show, enjoyed it. Oh, you trying? Yeah, dude. Massive. But yeah, stay tuned, guys. Like I said, tomorrow, extra shows coming at you. It's going to be about 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. My folks out in Arizona, that's probably going to be about 1 o'clock. My homies out on the East Coast. Yeah, Hoosier Forest fine, man. Everybody else on the East Coast, it's going to be about 3 o'clock. So make sure you tune in. And like I said earlier, this show will be happening every week. I'm going to do my best. We'll see what happens. Maybe it can happen twice a week. Missed the big one. Yes, I can show you that really quick again. Yes, everybody eat well. Everybody's stopping by and heading away because it's time to start cooking. Everybody eat well. So here we are. This is the big guy. I got the side view here. And then, sorry, let me set this tripod down for a moment. Because I need both hands to turn them. And here we are. Bailey, welcome to the show. Alice, here you are. This is the big guy. Absolutely. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate you guys so much. You guys really have. It does look like a turkey. I just thought of that too, and I was like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to say anything. Maybe somebody will. It looks exactly like a turkey. Yeah, thank you guys. Thanks everybody for chiming in and talking during the video. It makes it so much fun for us and for everybody else. Like I said, tomorrow, catch the show again. Tune in at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time. And then I'm still debating on, and I'll probably throw out another poll, which day of the week would be best. Because like I said, it's going to be at least once a week through winter into spring. I may try and work out twice a week. We'll see. We'll see how much geodes I have, because I do have a lot of people that reach out and want to get some, and I'd much rather be able to send and sell and get rid of some for people that, give them to their kids, especially with the holidays coming up. Like I said, I'm more about sharing the love and sharing the beauty with everybody than making money. So great show, everyone. Have a great Thanksgiving. Absolutely. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate the kind words. So we will see you tomorrow, Thanksgiving afternoon. I know everybody might be a little bit busy, but my little one wants to do it, so I'm not gonna break her heart. So we'll see you guys tomorrow afternoon at 2. Thanks for stopping in. Good night, good morning, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Yeah, dude, I agree. We got to get together soon. I didn't think yesterday was going to happen, but it did. I lucked out. It was a nice day. A lot of water down there in those creeks, man. But like I said, thanks for stopping by, guys. Tune in tomorrow. Catch the show. Catch us next week. Catch us the next week after that. And the next week after that. We're going to keep it coming. Hopefully bringing you guys some awesome things. Good night, Michael. Shout out to all my friends and family out there. You guys are all my friends and family, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. And until tomorrow, guys, have a great night.